Hey Podtellers, my name is Edmond Orenge, founder of Podtell Podcast. It's been a while since I hosted an episode here, and I want to take this chance to say thank you so much for always supporting us, always coming through for us, our events, and also subscribing to our channel. So I want to congratulate the hosts who have been hosting. It's not that they are not hosting again, but I've taken a chance to come back and help the team host because I'm one of the hosts of the Podtel podcast. So as you all know, kuna kina Charlene, kuna kina Cecilia, Shalom, and I want to say thank you for a good work they have been doing. For me, I've been behind the scenes as a director, directing the scenes, and so that's why you have not been seeing me a lot. But I'm always there at Spotify, so if you miss me here, go and find me on Spotify, but I'm back here again. So today, before I introduce the topic, I want my guests to introduce themselves, watuambie moja mbili, alafu now we go into the topic. So I'll start on my far right.
Thank you, Eddie. Let me first start by introducing myself. My name is, I go by the name of African Entrepreneur, and I am a software engineer by profession. And I love to talk about technology, talk about entrepreneurship. And I think this is an opportunity for us to really engage with each other. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Eddie. I'm looking forward for the conversation.
Karibu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Kelvin Kipkosgei. I'm the founder and CEO of Digilance Global. I'm also a software developer. I'm a digital marketing strategist. I'm also an entrepreneur. Thank you. I'm really hoping for the best in this conversation. Thank you. Welcome.
Karibu.
Yeah, thanks.
So on today's topic, I want us to talk about balancing entrepreneurship and mental health. So I think all of us here are entrepreneurs in our fields. And for me, I've started my entrepreneurship journey recently. And this is something that I've been dreaming of doing because it goes back to my grandfather because he was an entrepreneur. And at first, I didn't have that idea that I'll become an entrepreneur, but growing and realizing my path in life, of course, and bring back now to entrepreneurship and all that, and also podcasting is of tuzote. So I want us now to start with the basics. People understanding what's entrepreneurship, how can you find yourself in these kind of fields, and how do you carry yourself? Because as an entrepreneur, people may think that you should be like wearing a suit or something like that. For my understanding, entrepreneurship is more than wearing a suit. It's about you going down there, looking at the problems, what do people need, knowing the market. Because you can be an entrepreneur and you sell the wrong products in the wrong season of business. And useme maybe business is not my thing, but you didn't read the market. So all of that's what we are going to discuss today. And I want us now to also add mental health on it and to come either. So we can start with you. How do you understand entrepreneurship?
Thank you for the question. For me, entrepreneurship is problem solving. First of all, I'd say it's problem solving. I'd also say entrepreneurship is more of connecting and providing what people need. For instance, giving people their needs, but not like all the things, like what they really need at that time. For me, that's entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Eddie, for the question. I think before we start to define entrepreneurship, let me first of all give you a context of where I started. I think nimekuwa kwa game for the longest. Na for me, I started first of all as an employee. I worked at a company, a fintech company, and then I realized that employment is not my thing. I don't like to be told what to do. I think my mind, I have a free mind. I have to chase what I see in my mind. And employment is good. I'm not saying employment is bad. Employment is good. But now let's try to address the question that Eddie has asked us about entrepreneurship. Personally, I find that jobs are not in Kenya. We have high unemployment rate in Kenya. And I believe that if we take entrepreneurship, we can be able to solve this problem of unemployment. And there's a lot of opportunities out there that entrepreneurship can bring to the to people, to the masses. So this for me is a passion for me. I really love entrepreneurship because I'm able to see a problem in the market. I'm able to provide a solution to that problem in the market. So in essence, for me, entrepreneurship is a way to express myself. So I think that's what I can say about entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Good. As you open, let me now say,
Yeah.
as you have said about having a free mind,
Yeah.
that's something also I want to elevate kwa entrepreneurship,
Okay.
or also finding your own journey, because I was also employed at some point.
Yeah.
And I didn't want my boss at that time
Yeah.
to tell me fanya hivi, because for me at that time I planned my week. Nasema I'll be at job at this time, nafanya hii na hii at this time, but at this time I'll be doing podcasting, nitakuwa natafuta now an audience, like events, naona vitu kama hizo. So you'll find yourself like nika umefungiwa, and at the same time you're a free mind. Unaona? So you guys have explained it well, and I want, kuna hii term inaitwa hustle culture, which is now I'll also want on your now definitions. I'll want you guys now to tell us or tell the audience, how do you understand the term hustle culture, and how does it mean to you personally? Yeah.
Hustle culture. It's a very, I think, subjective term. Personally, for me, I think hustle culture is good at a certain time. Hustle culture it drains a lot of your energy. It takes a lot from you because you're giving, hustling. But this is my personal take on hustle culture. If you are coming from old money, then I would suggest that you see hustle culture in a different light. Hustle culture is good for you if you are not coming from old money. But if you're coming from new money, like for example, you want to build a name for yourself, you want to build something for yourself, you have to go and get it. No one can give to you.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you see it. I know I'm going to say something that is controversial.
No problem.
But personally, for me, I don't think hustle culture is good for women, because you have to be very aggressive. And but if you have, for example, if you have mechanism to protect yourself from the harsh reality of entrepreneurship and hustle culture, because sometimes you have to go and get it, you have to pitch yourself, you have to work, you have to market yourself, you have to spend some money, you have to do this and this. So in essence, for me, I think it depends on how you see the hustle culture. On a minimum, it has to have a timeline. It's not supposed to be a lifestyle. Let me say it like that. It's not supposed to be a lifestyle, because at sometimes you need to pull back, reassess yourself, take care of your mind, of your mental health, and re-energize. So I think that's what I can think about the hustle culture.
Okay, before nani ajibu, I think what we've said about the hustle culture, that it doesn't favor women.
Yeah.
I'll need to add something on that.
Yeah.
For me, I think
Yeah.
ukijituma
Okay.
as a business person, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the age,
Yeah.
the gender, I think business vile nimeelewa in this young age or vile nimeanza ni if you have that courage, spirit of knowing that kutakuwa na losses, kutakuwa na bad times, the spirit of taking yourself kwa ground, because the part of business that I'm doing, it needs me now to go to the ground, kuchukua hao ma stage managers, kuuliza what are the things you need, what are the things you want me to like sell. If you bring these people, you'll get a certain cut, ama you'll get services done to you for free, unaona. So kuna certain compromises as a business person unafanya yenye ina lead to me saying that also women can dominate in areas where men dominate, unaona. So, and that's hustle culture, unaona, because you're hustling, and there's this thing we are discussing juzi about ilikuwa downward, what our president is doing in it.
Bottom up economic transformation agenda.
I think that's bottom up.
Yeah.
Because you're going from bottom coming up. Yeah. So you can answer.
Okay, so for me, I'd say hustle culture. It's just the motive. I mean, the willpower to keep on moving, regardless of what's coming your way. Like you just push, no matter what. Yeah, you don't need like to be forced. You don't need like to have. You have to push. For me, that willpower to go ahead, like to make sure you are going forward, going ahead, and getting what you want. For me, I can define hustle cultures that way.
Culture.
Yeah.
So, and
Sorry.
now moving to the next question. As I've done on my podcast, I took a break from shooting or hosting the podcast, but at the same time, the podcast was still going on because I have a team that can host and can make the podcast like be on a consistent level. So the same question I'll ask on the now business and entrepreneurship. Have you ever felt guilty of taking a break, and why do you think you felt guilty, and why did you think you needed the break at that time? You can start with Ian. Ama, you can start. Okay.
Thank you. So, for me, I'd say yes. First of all, before I continue with that, answering that, I'd say like some of people like don't really understand the true meaning of maybe being lazy and having like I've taken a rest. Like there is still like people don't know to differentiate between
There's a
like
thin line.
yeah, they haven't differentiated that much. Like, are you lazy or are you taking a rest? So, for instance, sometimes like for me as a young founder, I usually feel like some sort of self doubt, and I'm like, I need like to go back, like take a little, just a step back, realign myself, then I come back stronger. But for the subtle see, they'll just see like I'm being lazy because we've been nurtured in a way that you need to be busy. Like you don't need. Why you're not taking a rest? You're just being lazy. But for me, I was just taking a rest, a very little rest, go back, realign myself, then I come back stronger. So some people don't know, like, so the society will judge me. Maybe they'll say I'm lazy. Yet, okay, they just need like you to be very busy, not knowing like sometimes it's not all about like being that much busy. Just take yourself, realign yourself, just know yourself, then come back stronger. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're talking about guilt. I think guilt comes from having fear of rest.
Mhm.
Or maybe when you're slacking,
Mm.
you're not ujitumi.
Mm.
So when you're guilty, when you're feeling guilty, I think it's a good thing when you feel guilty.
Yeah.
Sometimes your body needs to rest.
Mhm.
So personally, I don't feel guilty.
Mhm.
I don't feel guilty because for me, I celebrate the milestone that I've achieved.
Mm.
I appreciate. I have gratitude
Mhm.
on where I am.
Mhm.
So, for example, if and for me, I see failure as a stepping stone towards success. So, for example, if I fail
Mm.
and then I slack, and then I'm saying I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, the Monday blues, you're just resting the house, uko tu hapo umetulia tu.
Yeah.
Unajua, for me, I take it positively. It's all in your mind.
It's mindset.
It's a mindset thing. But in terms of accepting rest is a good thing. You have to work from a position of rest.
Mm.
So for me, the guilty part, I'm guilty as charged, but I accept it. It's part of the process. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I think I will also back with you about I don't feel like guilty uh, of taking rest because najua personally hizi vitu ni it's human characteristics. We are not designed
Yeah.
to not take a rest. No. So at a certain period of time we are designed to rest. Unaona, alafu pia on the business aspect now ama entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
me what I was advised with my mentors and also my father ni this is your journey. Unaona, and your journey will be defined by the decisions you make, the characteristics of a person you'll be, the discipleship of yourself, how you talk to people, your customers, and how you talk to your partners, in business. So it accumulates from that, whereby as a person now, as a businessman, like when you're the face of your brand. Now, what takes to be a face of the brand? You need to take care of yourself mentally. You need to take care of yourself like uko umekula. There's this funny example whereby kuna msee alipatikana kwa hoteli amefaint, not kwa hoteli, kwa biashara yake, kwenda kwa hospitali the real issue ni hakuwa amekula for the whole day ama I think for 3 days.
Yeah.
But kwa account the guy has over 50 million, but hakutaka kukula because alikuwa anataka kufurahisha ama there's a certain deal alikuwa anataka kupass. Unaona, in this aspect ni akujichunga. Na what people don't get ni if you don't take care of yourself, that business won't run. Unaona, and as a business person ama as a person, you should like take care of yourself first, then the brand itajichunga. Unaona, yeah. So we'll move on to the next one. Now self doubt, vile ulikuwa umesema you started doubting yourself and starting asking yourself questions. That's a very big aspect in starting a business ama starting something small. Unataka ikuwe kubwa. Unaona, vile tulikuwa tumesema the bottom up economy, hizo vitu zote. Starting up from a small place, you'll start doubting yourself because you don't know the game vile inaenda. Unaona. Now how do we now deal with self doubt? Start with you. Especially when things aren't going your way.
Okay, for me, I'd say like when dealing with self-doubt, first of all, I'd try to see the bigger picture ahead of me instead of seeing like whatever it's in that exact moment I'm doubting myself. So I'll try to think of a very big picture of where I'm going, very good things of what is coming. Again, I'll try to see the motivation I've maybe done, or maybe someone has motivated me. For instance, what usually keep me driving and maybe trust myself and say like I don't need to doubt myself is there's some people I've worked with, and each and every time like they compliment what I'm doing and they're saying like I did it perfect, it was good. So those little compliments do motivate me a lot. So when I think of doubting myself, then I'm like, no, if I did that thing for that person and is interested, he or she is interested, then that means I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm doing this thing perfect. So I actually see the bigger picture that's coming ahead instead of looking at that right moment. Yeah. So for me, that's my very way on of dealing with self-doubt.
Okay. Dealing with self-doubt. I think for me, I accept that doubt is there. You cannot run away from doubt. Even the courageous people have doubt. Even if you see someone who has it all, they still feel doubt in the process. But I think for me, courage comes from you accepting the process. And for example, if you do something well, maybe you fail towards something until you get it right, then you build your confidence as you go along. So how do I deal with self-doubt? I accept it. It is there. You cannot run away from self-doubt. It's how you push yourself, you accept that this is the reality that is happening, and then you just make that step forward. That little step that you take towards maybe accomplishing or maybe launching a product, delivering that particular service to a client. So for me, I think it's a mindset thing, and doubt is always there.
Yeah.
You cannot run away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in my aspect about self-doubt, it stems from fear. Self-doubt stems from fear because you've invested, let's say you've invested like one mic on your business, and when you start, you now start now your self-doubt and some, what if I put this now it doesn't bring back the profit, nini nini. But now if you kill now the fear of now elevating now to the next level of business, I think the one aspect they told me about self-doubt is killing the fear. But self-doubt will always be there. It's good to have two minds, but also at the same time trusting your gut. Unaona? So if you have two minds, always trust your gut, because trusting your gut inakusaidianga sometimes whereby una feel like I have to make this decision and I have to make it quick. Unaona? So killing the fear. Alafu another aspect ni the people that are around you, your circle. If you have a circle whereby you don't like motivate each other, you don't like take risks together, you won't go anywhere. None. So things about entrepreneurship: kill the fear, chase whatever you need to chase, the circle you need to be with, and because I think notice with so much entrepreneurship, they have a certain clique of friends. Like they don't befriend everyone, no, because they understand the journey. The journey is very thin. If you make one mistake, you're back to the drawing board. If you make a good risk, you're the top. No. So I've come to understand the ideology of people saying that these are not my friends. These are people I know. These are my friends. No. There's a thin line into that. So yeah, but it's a big issue. You're self-doubting because if you see now the youths vetuko sahi, there are so many people wanaji self-doubt because you've gone to school, you've done a very good course. Now a person who alifanya college ama akwenda university, they are doing better or they are trying more than you. No. So you start self-doubting because unasema mimi niko na brains, nimefanya hii na hii. It's not see ati hao wana brains, but they have capitalized on fear and risks. None. Yeah, so I think we can move on. Do you think like social media fuels the pressure of us keep pushing the hustle culture? Ama, do you think does business need social media?
Okay. When we talk about hustle culture, and we, in the lens of social media, I think people fake it online, and people put, maybe let's say for example, people put there's a lot of glam online.
True.
You cannot compare reality and social media. So yes, I agree. Social media puts hustle culture to be something out there. But when we talk about, for example, people don't post their failures online.
True.
People don't post their failures
Yeah.
online. We only post what people want to see. But if you can accept it, that it is a fact, that this is what happens, then you can navigate through the social media landscape. I think you have to be real with yourself. Sometimes vulnerability, people want to see you being vulnerable. I think it's not something that is bad, but you have to show that you're human at the end of the day.
Yeah, true.
So for example, you have started you're a founder, for example, what you said as a founder. Tell us about the failed launches that you had about your product. Tell us about that marketing strategy that didn't work. It's okay, there's no problem. But if you want to, I think for me that's how I can see it. Yeah, it's a
It's a
balance.
thin
Line too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I'd say social media do put a lot of pressures. For instance, you usually see like your friends or colleagues winning 24/7 online. So you start doubting yourself, like, am I really doing the right thing? But what I'd say is just be confident with what you're doing. Because people do fake a lot online. Because you can find someone living a very good life online, but in reality, it's not that way. So I'd say social media put a lot of pressure, but what you need to do as the personal level is trust yourself, know what you want, know where you're going, and everything will be good. So don't follow each and everything you see on online.
So
They'll just mislead you.
yeah. So in my aspect now, in like on how I'm thinking, social media is a friend to you, depends on how you're using it.
True.
No, because the kind of information you get and also use from social media it depends on how you like not manifest, on how you put it out by yourself.
Yeah.
Unaona, you might see something, msee amepost biashara yake pale social media, uone like it's a goal that I'll never achieve in life.
Sure.
Unaona, but you never know, maybe msee amechukua loan, ameweka hizo vitu zote hapo, and he knows how atauza hizo vitu arudishe loan yake, and now the business yake igrow. Unaona, the same thing you can do, it's save up money and also borrow the same loan and do whatever he or she is doing and build yourself entrepreneurially. No.
Yeah.
So it just determines on how you look at it and how you visualize it and perceive it. Another thing is social media also helps people. Social media also helps people put their work out there. Unaona, some companies kama hii hotel tuko Grand Empire, I'm the social media manager. Unaona, they need me now to take videos, to take hizo rooms, picha nini to put out there so that people know the kind of products they are doing, they are
The
selling,
services.
because the services is of because it helps. Social media also helps you gain attraction or traction to the outside world, because huwezi sema utategemea the bystanders ama the
Yeah,
people who
yeah.
are passing by
True.
to come to the hotel wajijulie.
You need to
Unaona?
go extra there.
You need to do an extra thing to go to social media and post, sell yourself and sell your products hivyo. But at the same time, people do that to maybe create fear, because msee akiweka hapo anauza kitu alafu aone it's something lavish nini nini, mi nitaogopa nikiona kwa simu asubuhi huyu ameamka 5 amepost kitu kama hiyo na mimi nimelala. Unaona? So kuna hiyo fear, kuna hiyo unasema I cannot now start because mimi nimeshindwa.
Already kuna mtu ashafa.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so let's move forward to have you ever found any routines or habits that help protect your mental health while building your business?
Yeah, I'd say a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd start firstly with daily journaling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I make sure on a daily basis I journal, know what to do, know what not to do, do this at what time, at what way. Again, I'd say like planning my week intentionally, knowing like this week I'm supposed to do this and this and this. I'd also say exercising. Yeah, doing a very good exercise, maybe taking a walk, jogging. For me, it's a very good routine that help me like balance my mental health while staying productive in my workplace. Not forgetting the best of all, like staying spiritually grounded, like God siku zote, like just make sure in whatever thing you're doing, in whatever thing you want to do, any idea you want to execute, always make sure unahusisha Mungu hapo ndani. Gotta be a prayerful man or a prayerful woman. Like for me, if you stay like spiritually guarded, then everything comes on its way. So that's how, those are like some of the routines that shall make me like productive and not torture my mental health while working.
Okay.
For me, what I do to I write. For me, I write. I express my thoughts on a piece of paper and also pray. I think prayer it's a reflection for you. And again, for example, I usually have moments where I talk about, for example, the postmortem analysis of maybe something that didn't work out. I pull back, I reassess myself, I reflect, I ask myself what happened, what didn't happen. I think that reflection allows you to rejuvenate in terms of as an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurship can take a toll on you.
Yeah, true.
It can take a toll on you. And maybe just accepting it. Accepting it, it's part of the process, and making the best out of it. So that's how my process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see we have something in common. We journal, right? Because I also write. And there's kuna hizi certain routines that have helped me become or shown the path to me. The first thing is sometimes you need to be selfish to your friends, to yourself, so that you can move forward. As another thing you need is discipline. You need to be very disciplined kwanza on finances. Kuna certain things unafaa kuwa umeji limit of doing the finances. You need to save, you need to know the profits, you need to know pahali kuna losses. So it needs hizo ujanja kiasi ya kujua how the market flows, and that leads to you having discipline on your finances, on yourself, and also how you carry out your life. Another thing is tumesema carrying out exercises, taking care of your body, because you cannot be a businessman when you're 6 foot under. Unaona? Another thing is people don't talk about it so much. Ni the person you marry as a businessman, ama as a person in life, as a man. But say tuko kwa business, tunaongelea business. The person you marry, if they don't understand the type of sacrifices you need to do, the type of you're getting into a man, ama you're getting to know a man who ameplan his finances in a structural way. Unaona? So if you're getting a lady, you need now to include her into that aspect financially. Unakuwa na financial plan. Unaona? But sasa ukipata an impatient person, utafail, because you'll also need to impress her, and that will also make you to move out of that financial plan. Unaona? So if you have planned your finances that in this month of not month, this week I'll buy products carrying 9 million, alafu maybe home, hizo vitu za home shopping ni nini 10,000 ama 20,000 hiyo wiki. Tutaenda out mara ngapi, itachukua how much, ni nini, reservations ni nini, your own self. You need to know the plan on how you're going to do financially, and knowing the flow. Pesa ikiingia inafaa kutoka, like pesa ikitoka inafaa kurudi, on how juu usiporudisha you'll fail. Unaona? So getting the right person, alafu unajua pia you can get the wrong person when you're also growing business wise. Unaona? So ama if you're a business person na you want to like move, it's either you get it right ama wachane nayo until ile time unajua uko stable and you can bring someone into your life,
because it can become a mess.
Yeah, of course
It can become
a mess because wanasemanga huwezi mix mapenzi na taxes. You see, so you have something to say?
Yeah. When, for example, you have someone in your life, for example, for me, I have my girlfriend, I have my wife who we are together, and she understands the work that I do. Sometimes tunaweza tembea hizi streets na tukose. So at the end of the day nikikuja home, she understands that he's working. He's working. So it all depends on who you are
get
with,
and how do they understand you.
At the first instance when you're talking about it, just explain, this is what I do, this is my work that I do, and sometimes, but there are no excuses at the end of the day.
True.
You have to deliver.
And as a man, you have to provide.
You have to provide as a man, correct?
Yeah.
So maybe this is another topic for another day.
Yeah.
We can just expand it.
Yeah. Okay. So I want us now to talk about mental health in ourselves as men, because we are all men here. I want us to now touch a little bit of it, because nataka tuielewe in the aspect now of entrepreneurship. Why are we supposed to have a stable mindset so that we can enter into business?
I'd say for proper decision making, first of all, you need to be very stable. Like you need to be very sound. Like you need to know what you're going to do, because it's not like you're going to do some petty things. You're going on professionally, and you need to have that stable mind to know what you're going for. I think that's it. Know what you're going for. Yeah.
Good.
I'll start by saying that the conditions will never be perfect for you to start It will never be perfect. You will always face difficulty. You'll always face challenges. I think when you talk about the mindset, for me, I I think on my feet. I think on my feet. If I encounter something that is difficult on my process as an entrepreneur, I tend to pull back, do what you're supposed to do, pray, journal, um, and then get back to the process. It's never that easy.
Yeah.
But if you have the mental fortitude, you pray, you journal, I think it will be well for you.
Yeah.
If anyone does it.
Yeah. So for me, I think the most important thing as a business person or as an entrepreneur, you need to have a stable mindset, because you're the person who's making decisions for the company. In this aspect, let's say for me, I have my own business and I'm the only person who's making decisions, not my dad and not anyone else. No, it's me. The people who I've employed, they're looking up to me to make these decisions, tough decisions. Because if you've encountered a loss this week and you need to buy goods this week, we'll have to take, let's say, a tough decision whereby we have to now encounter whereby tunasema let's borrow a loan so that it can cover up for the loss, alafu tukishauza we now rudisha, we pay the loan, alafu business goes back to normal. Now you need a stable mindset to do that, because if you're not stable, you'll panic. Now if you panic, you'll go now starting to tell, hey dad, send me this, do this, and they'll see you as a failure. No. At the end of the day, you see yourself as a failure. These people who you've employed, they won't uh, uh, let's say, they won't now, they will see you differently because you're not making good decisions and counterattacking problems of your business well. No. So that's why I'm saying it's important to have a stable mindset in whichever things we do. And yeah. So do we have a parting shot or something to add on it, on this topic, before we wrap it up?
I think what I can say as a parting shot, if you believe in yourself, believe in your product, believe in in your brand, maybe what you're supposed to do, I think you have to go for it. Don't fear. Embrace the difficult moment in your entrepreneurship journey, or maybe your startup journey. Embrace it. It's part of the process. It will make you to become the person that you're supposed to be. So for me, I accept that this is what I had chose earlier, and I'm moving forward as an entrepreneur. And yeah, that's what I can think and say about it.
Yeah. So for me, I'll say trust yourself. Be confident. Be confident with what you're doing. Just trust yourself. Like from that first moment you thought, I want to do this thing, it was sure that you are going to do it. Like you can't think of something you'll not do it. Even in the Bible, God says, haizi kupea burden yenye itakushinda kubeba. Si ni kweli? So in whatever thing you're doing, just know you're perfect for it. You're capable for it. Embrace everything. If it's failures, just embrace and use it as a stepping stone to just go a step ahead.
So,
Yeah.
so whatever I can say as a parting shot is, before you enter a certain journey, first understand the journey of what you'll expect, of what you want. Have a vision. Whatever has helped me, let me now talk. Whatever has helped me in my podcast journey is having a vision, and also being on the same mindset with mind-liked people, because I couldn't learn to move forward kama singekuwa na like-minded people. I have a team of 20 people who we are like-minded, and I don't pay them. So people, if you don't have someone who's like-minded, in that opportunity ataona unamtumia, unaona. But if you have a vision and you tell them this is where we are going, this is what we want, and this is what we can achieve together, I think you'll move forward. Kwanza they'll see that this person is very, very serious, and also how you carry yourself. No. So how you carry yourself, the discipline you instill in yourself, the discipline you instill in whatever you're doing, it will help you for sure. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
And this is just we've covered a very small portion about business. I'll want us now in the next segment now to uncover a lot that we haven't uncovered about business, about how people can start, how can we get these people who bring us supplies, how can we engage or put business with social media. So kuna those kind of aspects and areas that we haven't discussed, and tungesema to cover the whole business structure nini tungekuwa tunadanganya our audience. Plus I don't want the episode to be long, and because it mess with the structure of the what on our watch. So thank you so much. And I think it's, for me, it's also a point to, not a point, a phase whereby inaweza toa my rustiness, because it's almost a one year gap that I've not been recording, and I hope you've enjoyed this segment.
Yeah, true.
And subscribe, buy our merchandise, and I think we shall see you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.